along with Jessica Dowling. Giorgia Villa of Italy and Alice D'Amato, the two Italians, have the highest difficulties. Can they keep their executions up, and can they make the podium for Italy? Watch out for Dildora Arepova as well.
In this first group for Canada, Eva Stewart. For Belgium, Erika Pinkston. Ukraine with Yelizaveta Hubareva. And Italy with Alice D'Amato. And on rings in the first group,
Sometimes called the Roman rings. Salvatore Maresca will be hoping that is true. The rings final. We'll see Sokratis Pilakouris of Cyprus go first. Artur Davtyan has plenty support here. Konstantinidis of Greece, very strong. Glenn Koehler of Belgium will be looking to medal as well. But Ali Zahran, in front of his home crowd, will be hoping that he can make the podium. Konstantinidis just warming up. Annika Pinkston of Belgium. She too warming up on uneven bars. Perhaps the most spectacular of the women's apparatus finals. The uneven bars demanding a great deal of strength, concentration, courage, coordination, and absolute perfection in timing. Just spraying a little water on the bars to increase the grip. So the uneven bars and rings finals to take place. Athletes competing alternately.
warm-up is over on uneven bars.
One gymnast on uneven bars and then one gymnast on rings. Back to
Canada,
uneven bars
from Canada.
and so on. Ava Stewart of Canada is first to go. One of two Canadians in this uneven bars final, Ava Stewart, 17-year-old, 2 years ago, champion of Canada on uneven bars. Qualified fourth overall, first to go in this rotation. Does some spectacular in-bar work. Good Maloney to change from low to high bar. Does some good in-bar work as well. Van Leuven. Knees quite close to her chest as she landed, but a very fine performance from the young Canadian. Smile from her coach as well, smile from the gymnast. Sokratis Pilakouris, the first to go in the rings final. Qualified 5th with a 14.433. The man who so brilliantly helped Cyprus to team all-round bronze at the 2022 Commonwealth Games. Now in this rings final. The only apparatus that moves, which is mildly ironic since they're called the still rings. But this is an example of exceptional strength, agility and ability. The handstands. Lovely Yamawaki. Into the Iron Cross. Just the fingers splayed and a knowing look at the judges. Lovely control in the handstand. The control and handstand and planche elements are so key, but also landing your dismount. Sokratis Pilakouris of Cyprus. Ava Stewart, 12.933 for her uneven bars routine.
We saw him in the finals in 2021, in 2022, and also now in 2023.
Erika Pinkston.
Pilakouris. He was born in Kato, Polymedia.
Belgium's Erika Pinkston, who turned 16 on Friday in her first World Cup final. Still only 15. Second to go on uneven bars. She's got such a clear emphasis on good technique, and she's certainly mastered the basics. Let's watch how straight her legs are. Just lost it a little at the top. Generally glued together with the swings. Her toes are so beautifully pointed. There's a big clean swing, and generally doesn't make too many errors. In her first World Cup final, that is her routine. Just a little adjustment on the landing. Learning her way in senior circles.
16, the very, very first time that we see her at a World Cup. She was born in the city of Hasselt in the Dutch-speaking part of Belgium in the north.
Sokratis Pilakouris is waiting for his result. Fine execution. 8.633, very fine indeed. 14.533. An improvement of 0.1 from qualification for the Cypriot. Artur Davtyan of Armenia. Qualified 7th, 14.270. The man with the tattoo of the Olympic rings on the base of his neck. The reigning vault world champion. The first ever Armenian to win a gymnastics world title. And Armenia's first ever gymnastics Olympic medalist when he took vault bronze at Tokyo 2020. New European vault champion as well. Very elegant gymnast. That takes immense strength and control. Going into the Maltese. Yamawaki into the Jonasson. It's a lovely combination of the elements. Into the dismount. And sticks it. A little hop. With Artur Davtyan, whose execution was very solid in qualification, looking for another. Erika Pinkston goes into top spot on uneven bars, 13.233 for the 15-year-old.
He was the first Armenian gymnast to win a medal at the Olympics.
Elizaveta Ubareva of Ukraine waits for her opportunity. Elizaveta Ubareva. Qualified third best. Here's third to go. Made the uneven bars final in both Cottbus and Doha. That is yet to medal this season. She does have a World Challenge Series silver on the uneven bars, going back to Mersin in 2021. Straddled Kachev. And lovely in-bar work as well. Artur Davtyan goes second, 14.166. Down on his qualification. Konstantinos Konstantinidis of Greece is next to go. The 31-year-old from Athens, who is flying the Greek flag in this final in the absence of the Lord of the Rings, Lefterios Petronias, who only qualified 12th and failed to make the final. First fall of his professional career as he failed to land his dismount. Seems he's injured his back as well, Petronias, so we wish him a speedy recovery. The man who claimed gold in Cottbus. But now Konstantinidis, a personal trainer as well as an athlete. Planche. Just need to hold the position as well for 2 seconds. Maltese into iron cross. Man who studied physical education and sports science. Actually needed hand surgery a few years ago and missed much of the year because of it, but he has certainly come back strongly, and that is a lovely performance from Konstantinidis. 14.033 in qualification. Elizaveta Obareva, 13.133. She goes into the medal position, second overall. And she won't be delighted with that. Alice D'Amato waiting. Representing Italy, Alice D'Amato has the highest difficulty of any of the finalists, 6.2. The top qualifier, the 20-year-old, who's also the oldest competitor in the final. The new European uneven bars champion. Also took bronze in the all-round and silver in the team event alongside her sister, Asia. Uneven bars gold in Cottbus, Van Leuven. Has produced such a splendid sequence this year that's really taken her bar work to a new level, and the combination is that Downey release skill on the high bar to an immediate bar dodge. So precise with her handstands. You have to admire her pirouetting element as well, right into her double front dismount. Konstantinidis goes into the medal positions, 14.100. Slight improvement from qualification.
European Championships on uneven bars. Alice D'Amato of Italy, the twin sister of Asia D'Amato,
From one Italian to another.
that we saw in the vault final.
Salvatore Maresca is next up on the rings final, the 29-year-old from Naples.
Time on steel rings,
Nicknamed Thor because of his strength on the rings. A man who trains prodigiously for this event. 5 to 7 hours each day. Bronze on rings in Cairo last year. Took gold on rings in Baku last year. The 2021 European and World Championship bronze medalist on rings. Qualified second best. This is a difficult routine, 6.2 difficulty. The planche to start into the Maltese now. It just takes enormous strength and control. Fingers splayed again. And just holding the position. The principle on rings mainly is to hit everything first time. It's so important. Just as I say that, he needs a slight correction. Holds it for an inordinate amount of time, and then there's a very nice landing as well. Salvatore Maresca.
the bronze medalist.
5 medals on the World Cup circuit, including 2 gold.
We told you before the finals that we have quite a lot of Olympic.
Alice D'Amato goes into top spot, 14.633 on uneven bars. Slight improvement from qualification, but with a very high difficulty.
Great score on
She's unlikely to be caught.
for Italy for Alice
That's
D'Amato.
Dildora Aripova.
She jumps
She
to
will
the
go
first place now. Erika Pinkston
in the second cycle.
second, and the athlete from Ukraine, who Bareva is currently third. The next 4 gymnasts on each apparatus.
Just a warm-up opportunity for Aripova, Dowling, Trutnik and Vila. On the uneven bars, on the rings, Ali Zahran will be loudly cheered. Nikita Simonov, Glenn Kohler and Artur Avtisian will have a chance to warm up before they get their routines underway.
14.7, he takes the lead. Overtakes the man from Cyprus, Sokratis Bilakouris, and Artur
Here's
Davtyan.
Kohler, Belgium, practicing the dismount. Ali Zahran, prominent figure in Egyptian gymnastics and certainly across the African continent as well. Rings gold medalist in the World Challenge Cup Series in Cairo. An absolute veteran. The now 33-year-old who's been a gymnast for almost 30 years. Waiting his turn, he'll have a warm-up momentarily. Really struggled with injuries early on in his career, Zahran, but delighted to say that he is not struggling in recent times. This is just his warm-up, but he's receiving plenty of attention and applause as he limbers himself up ahead of the final routine. Salvatore Maresca goes into top spot. 14.7 for the Italian. Exactly the same as qualification. Avetisian will be next on rings. Georgia Vila just warming up. Asia D'Amato currently leads the way. Alice D'Amato, that is, not Asia, her twin sister. Alice D'Amato leading the way, 14.633, ahead of Belgium's Erika Pinkston and Elizaveta Ubareva of Ukraine. In the rings, Salvatore Maresca ahead of Sokratis Pilokouris and Artur Davtyan. That's Dildora Aripova next to go. Dildora Aripova of Uzbekistan will go next. Qualified 8th to the 19-year-old from Tashkent. Best known for his success on floor, but is a wonderful performer on uneven bars. Nice Maloney to the high bar. Maybe just losing a touch of momentum. Dildora Aripova.
And there's the dismount of Dildora Aripova.
Difficulty of 5 for her routine. She qualified with a 12.500.
Oh, I think that's the capital, right?
Artur Avetisian of Armenia is next to go in the rings final.
For Armenia, Artur Avetisian.
Avetisian qualified 7th overall, the 30-year-old. Holding the planche. To Maltese, to Iron Cross. Lovely toe point on the handstand, which he holds beautifully. Yamawaki. Just such a fine all-round gymnast is this young man. Gets an enormous cheer, Artur Avtisian, the World University Games champion. Won his first World Cup medal in Doha last year. And a man with ambitions to win European, world and Olympic titles. Dildora Aripova on uneven bars. A shake of the head. She knew it was not going to be quite where she'd like it to. 12.1 for Dildora Aripova. Alice D'Amato still leading the way from Erika Pinkston and Elizaveta Obareva. Jessica Dowling, the second Canadian to go in the uneven bars final. Qualified 6th, goes 6th. The 18-year-old from Hamilton, Ontario. 12.766 in qualifying, but she's consistently hit 13s on uneven bars over the past 2 years. Straddle Kachev. Merson Challenge Cup silver on uneven bars last year. Now she'd like to be in the medals here. And she has an opportunity to place herself into the medals. Needed to hold it. Big smile on the face of the Canadian Jessica Dowling. Born to a Canadian father and a Dutch mother. Somebody who's quite accomplished academically. Artur Avtisian, 14.666. He goes second in the rings final. With Glenn Coyler to come. Glenn Coyler of Belgium, a 20-year-old who began gymnastics at 7 with his twin brother Nicola. Actually got to compete alongside one another at the 2019 Junior World Championships in Hungary. Coyler qualified 4th, 14.533. A slight improvement on that qualification score will see him up into the medals. Quite holding the planche. Little tilt of the head. A little signature from some of the gymnasts. Into handstand. And a lovely dismount from Glenn Coyler of Belgium.
Glenn Coyler representing Belgium, and his coach, ladies and gentlemen, Koen van Damme, celebrates his birthday today. Best birthday present you can get as a coach is a final for your gymnast.
Jessica Dowling, 12.733 for her routine on uneven bars. Jale Tritnik of Slovenia. Next to go.
On uneven bars for Slovenia.
Jale Tritnik of Slovenia, just 17 from Ljubljana. City that is ranked Europe's greenest capital. Good catch on the high bar. Into her first World Cup final after being eliminated in qualifying in Cottbus and Doha and Baku. Did make the Merson World Challenge Cup final in 2022. 12.6 in qualifying for the 17-year-old, and that is very nicely done. A smile on the face. 4.5 difficulty routine. Still learning her trade. Glenn Goyler, 14.366. He's just outside the medals. And a little down on his qualifying score, 14.533. So Salvatore Maresca still leading the way in rings, ahead of Avtisian and Pilakouris. Nikita Simonov of Azerbaijan is the penultimate athlete to go on rings. Qualified with a very accomplished 14.870. The 26-year-old who was bronze medalist in Doha and a gold medalist in Baku. Very accomplished on rings. 3 rings golds on the World Challenge Cup Series. And he has been focusing on rings in recent years in the hopes of achieving a place at Paris 2024. Keen snowboarder as well, somebody with immense core control. Lovely combination, Yamawaki into Jonassen. .2 difficulty for this routine. If he can keep it together and stick the landing, which he does, that should be well into the medals, if not top. He's got to catch Salvatore Maresca's 14.7. Jale Tritnik, 12.433 for the young Slovenian. The second Italian in the uneven bars final is Giorgia Villa of Italy. 5.8 difficulty routine. She qualified second overall, and it's her compatriot Alice D'Amato currently leading the way. The police athlete. She produces a very well designed routine. She just needs to keep it clean. Van Leuven from the low to the high bar. The full twisting double tuck dismount makes it look very easy as well, Giorgia Villa. And that should see her into the medals. Nikita Simonov. Watch the scoreboard, 14.966. He goes into the lead with one athlete to come, guaranteed a medal. But the one athlete is the home favourite, Ali Zahran. Also a very difficult routine, qualified 6th overall. The 33-year-old Egyptian, 2-time African Games champion. Rings gold in the 2021 World Challenge Cup Series event in Cairo. The first Egyptian male gymnast to have an element named after him, added to the code of points by the FIG. The Zahran, first performed by him, would you believe, 10 years ago now in Slovenia. This will be a very important routine, not only for the home fans but for Egyptian gymnastics overall. Just steadying himself. Planche and a Maltese. Needs to hold the handstand. Getting the plaudits from the crowd, as you might expect. Stick the dismount. And there will be roars of approval. Roars of approval indeed. Well, everybody cheering for Ali Zahran's routine. One of the Egyptians who has made the final in Cairo. What a lovely man as well. And a lovely routine. Well performed. Will he make it into the medals? Giorgia Villa. 14.200 just behind D'Amato. It is Italy 1-2. Now, Ali Zahran. What does he score on rings? Last to go, Simonov's mark 14.966, Maresca 14.7, and then in bronze currently Avtisian 14.666. Wait for the score, and if it's good, there'll be a roar. Is it enough to get into the medals? He's not sure. 6.1 difficulty routine. It's all about the execution now. Ali Zahran, execution 8.433. He misses out on a medal, but a fine performance nonetheless in front of his home fans. 14.533. So Simonov takes gold, Maresca takes silver, and Avtisian with a very fine bronze. The results of the uneven bars. Alice D'Amato 14.633, victorious by some margin from Giorgia Villa. And then Erika Pinkston of Belgium, only 15, claims the bronze brilliantly for Belgium. The rings final sees Nikita Simonov of Azerbaijan victorious over Salvatore Maresca, with Artur Avtisian of Armenia finishing third. 14.966. Wonderful score for 6.2 difficulty routine. The top two, in fact, both 6.2 difficulty routines, but the better execution from Simonov. Ali Zahran of Egypt just misses out on a medal at home. The medalists for the uneven bars making their way to the podium. Alice D'Amato, Giorgia Villa and Erika Pinkston.
The medal presenters.
At the heart of uneven bars, the release and catch elements. And these three athletes so very accomplished in pulling that off. And delivering a performance with authority was Alice D'Amato. Here is the champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, will be presented by Donatella Sacchi, FRG Women's Artistic Gymnastics Technical Committee President. The silver medal by Mrs. Yasmin Alexander, Rhythmic Gymnastics Technical Committee President at the African Gymnastics Union.
الميدالية الفضية تتقدم لتسليمها السيدة ياسمين ألكسندر رئيس اللجنة الفنية للاتحاد الإفريقي. أما المركز الثالث والميدالية البرونزية يتقدم لتسليمها سيادة العميد وليد شوقي عضو مجلس إدارة الاتحاد المصري للجمباز.
Third place and bronze medal winner for Belgium, Erika Pinkston.
Bronze medalist from Belgium, Erika Pinkston. 5.2 difficulty, 8.033 execution for the Belgian, 13.233. She turns 16 on Friday, and this is a wonderful early birthday present. Her first World Cup final, and she's a medalist. Giorgia Villa of Italy, the silver medalist on uneven bars. 14.200, an improvement from qualification, but not enough to catch Alice D'Amato, who makes it an Italian 1-2. Alice D'Amato, 14.633. She mastered her 6.2 difficulty routine brilliantly. The new European uneven bars champion takes gold in Cairo. And now for the national anthem of Italy.
السيدات والسادة، السلام الوطني لدولة إيطاليا.
And we all stand up, ladies and gentlemen, for the national anthem of Italy. The medal winners on women's uneven bars final.
The medalists on uneven bars.
Fantastic podium.
Gold to Alice D'Amato, silver to Giorgia Villa, and Erika Pinkston with bronze. What a splendid World Cup finals debut for Erika Pinkston. And an Italian 1-2 on uneven bars.
Thank you, El. and gentlemen, for the men's rings final, please welcome the medal winners.
سادة والسادة تبدأ مراسم تتويج الميداليات في نهائي بطولة كأس العالم لجمباز القاهرة 2023 على جهاز.
The medalists for the rings making their way to the podium: Nikita Simonov, Salvatore Maresca and Artur Avitisian.
Welcome the medal presenters. The gold medal, ladies and gentlemen, will be presented by Mr. Ali Al-Fitmi, FIG Vice President. The silver medal by Andrew Toombs, FIG Men's Artistic Gymnastics Technical Committee Vice President.
أما المركز الثالث يتقدم بتسليم الميدالية السيد المهندس وائل السرنجاوي عضو مجلس إدارة الاتحاد المصري لجمباز.
Third place and bronze medal winner from Armenia, Artur Avitisian.
Bronze medalist from Armenia, the 25-year-old Artur Avitisian, the World University Games champion. Won his first gold medal last year. He has bronze now in Cairo. Salvatore Maresca of Italy, 14.700 in qualification, 14.700 in the final. The Italian takes silver. Ring specialist. But the champion is Nikita Simonov of Azerbaijan, nearing the 15-point mark, 14.966. The 26-year-old who took gold in Baku makes it double gold in this World Cup season, with a gold in Cairo to go with his bronze medal from Doha. Fabulous performance on rings from Nikita Simonov. And the first event in which the top three qualifiers in that order finished in the final of this World Cup series in Cairo. And now for the national anthem of Azerbaijan.
السيدات والسادة السلام الوطني لدولة أذربيجان.
And we all rise, ladies and gentlemen, for the national anthem of Azerbaijan.
The medalist in the rings, Nikita Simonov with gold ahead of Salvatore Maresca and Artur Avitisian with bronze.
What a pleasure to have them here in Cairo.
Clinical from Simonov to claim gold. Back to back after his gold in Baku. Maresca returning to the series and claiming